Hey, shalom, shalom. Real quick, man, I want to go into this video called HALAL, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, BRAKATAH. This story came out not too long ago, a week ago. It says 2,400 patients may have been exposed to hepatitis, HIV after doctor disregarded safety protocols. All right, this is the video. I'm going to play it. All right, so like I've been, traveling, so I ain't been having the best service. So Lord, when this comes out good, man. But yeah, man. All right, this just goes to show you that you cannot trust these devils, bro.
Breaking news. We are learning tonight that the actions of a local anesthesiologist may have exposed more than 2,000 patients in the Portland area to HIV or hepatitis. Fox 12 investigative reporter Ezra Kaplan is joining us now with more on this breaking story. Ezra, what can you tell us?
Yeah, both Providence and Legacy Health confirmed today that the actions of a single anesthesiologist may have been responsible for over 2,400 infectious disease exposures. According to the hospitals, the physician had worked for the Oregon Anesthesiology Group, which both hospitals had contracts with. That physician is no longer employed by the group. Providence says that the exposures may have come from that physician not following their internal infection control practices. In a statement to Fox 12, Providence wrote, the actions of this physician might have put patients at a low risk of exposure to possible infections, including hepatitis B and C and HIV. We are notifying approximately 2,200 patients seen at Providence Willamette Falls Medical Center and 2 patients seen at Providence Portland Medical Center. They go on to say that these patients are receiving a mailed letter and or may get a notification in their My Chart. And Legacy shared this statement with us. We are in the process of sending letters notifying 221 patients who may have been impacted. Upon learning of this situation, we immediately suspended the provider and launched a comprehensive investigation. Legacy goes on to say, our community should know that this was an isolated situation involving a single provider contracted with the Oregon Anesthesiology Group to provide care at Legacy Mount Hood Medical Center. And he did that for approximately 6 months, beginning in December of 2023. And the group that employed the physician, Oregon Anesthesiologist Group, shared this statement. When we learned that the physician had violated infection control practices, we suspended him, informed our partners, Legacy Health and Providence, and then began an investigation that resulted in the physician's termination. All 3 groups stressed that their patient safety was their top priority. We're staying on top of this story and working to learn more about just what happened in this situation. And we want to hear from you. If you or someone in your family has been notified of a potential...
So there you go. All right, I want to be careful, that I don't say something that might get me flagged. But this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Imagine you go to the hospital because you got a problem or something. Nowadays people go, to get all these procedures done, BBLs and whatnot, and they got to get put under anesthesia. And you go there and you leave with more problems than you started with, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. But this right here is why you got to make sure that you're taking care of your health, be moving, don't be eating too much, and I've been going into this a lot lately because I'm just seeing people, bro, you got people that's in wheelchairs, and need oxygen, and really they're dependent upon the system. So once the system crashes, a lot of people are going to crash with it. They say 24 hours of a collapse, majority of the population is going to die because they're dependent on, whether it be medication, electricity to cool their medication or whatnot, man. So just take care of your bodies, man. Take care of your bodies, take care of your minds, take care of your spirits in these last days, because these devils they out here wilding, man. The fact that almost 3,000 people, and who knows, who they ain't telling us about. But this is breaking news. All right, it says this is some of the comments. It says, imagine calling it an isolated situation when almost 3,000 people were affected. Somebody says this ex-physician needs to get jailed and sued into oblivion for all the trauma they're inflicting on people, right? Because when you get HIV, that's with you for life. Now you got Dr. Sebi, who has, his ways of getting rid of it, which it's not easy, but it's the thought that you can go to the hospital seeking help and get more problems than you started with is absolutely crazy. It says a teenager makes a mistake, their picture is posted everywhere. An adult makes a mistake, his or her identity is protected. And personally, I don't think this was just a one person. This is this is how these people get down. And then they get patients for life, okay, in these hospitals, and they prescribe you all this medication, and it's really all about money. All right, they're making money. It says, how was he able to do whatever he was doing 2,400 times before getting caught? It is obvious that he was comfortable because yada yada yada. It says that doctor needs to lose his license, and the medical facility needs to provide free treatment for those infected. Well, treatment ain't gonna solve the problem, okay? Over 2,000 people, but the one person who calls gets to remain anonymous. So like for the noise in the background, it says, in this day and time, you can't convince me that this wasn't done on purpose. Right. And that's the way I feel about it, man. You can't convince me that this wasn't done on purpose. All right. In this day and time. All right. It says no longer working by firing an employee does not mean the company is free from responsibility. Why are they protecting the person's identity? Right. So, and then you got those people out there who might have been infected. They might have been dealing with their significant others or other people, and then it's just spread. So this is why you're hearing all these reports of the high risk and the high situations of there's these situations. It says my brother was a patient of a pharmacist who watered down chemo drugs and is still in prison for it. We need to do psych evaluations before we allow doctors and pharmacists to practice. And I'm gonna say this too, because I was talking about this with somebody the other day. Your doctors, your firefighters, your police officers, these people are all like in unions and stuff, and a lot of them are Freemasons. A lot of these people are they worship Satan, man. You go to a doctor or hospital and you think you're going to get help by somebody who believes in God, and the whole time they believe in Satan. So are they really there to help you? It says, what the fuck guys, do you realize how scary this is? May no one ever has, it's like it may no one else ever again has to go through this. And there's gonna be more. It's gonna be more, man. All right, but this is just a time, and I believe this has happened before, and it's gonna happen again. But this is just the time where it was, broadcasted. All right, where it was, where it became breaking news. So yeah, and let's just grab a few scriptures. I don't want to go too deep into it because we already know. But yeah, especially know how Esau is. It says, this is Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value, and they don't have no value. All right, they go in there with all the, the get up on the doctor suits and stuff, but really, they have no value. Okay, their job is to destroy you. Matter of fact, there was a rule or a law that came out recently where they said how a doctor or a nurse cannot prescribe you anything else other than what the guidelines call for, pretty much. So you can have a situation and a doctor may have personal information or experience of how to help the situation, but they can't tell you that. They have to prescribe you what's on file, pretty much, which is not the best for you, and they want to make money. It says in the NLT, Job chapter 13, verse 4, as for you, you smear me with lies. As for you, you smear me with lies. As physicians, you are worthless quacks. You see, they are worthless quacks, man. And this is why we got to be spiritual, man. You got to be on your P's and Q's, taking care, like I said, taking care of your body, doing the necessary precautions, working out, eating healthy. All these things are important, especially in these last days. You don't want to go into all hell breaking loose and Jacob's trouble and the collapse. And then you can't even, your own body is giving out on you, So a lot of people are going to be the first ones to go, when this thing goes down, man. All right. And this is why we need YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, stay prayed up, ask the Lord to protect you. And like I said in my previous video, stay out of these hospitals, man. Or if you know what's best for you, stay out of there. You shouldn't be in there, and they specialize in trauma. So you shouldn't be in there unless you on your deathbed or something. The best thing you can do is get hip to the herbs and stuff. Which I gotta be careful about saying that, because they'll, which this is not any medical. I'm not giving out any medical information. Just It says Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. And you got to have this in your mind, continually as you walk through this place. Don't trust these people. These people don't know you. They don't care about you. They don't have your best interest at heart. No, they're there for a job. They're trying to make money. All right. And at the end of the day, they have to follow what, they're told to do by their bosses, which are, sold out demons. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And if you didn't understand this with this whole demic thing that just happened, then I don't know what else I can tell you. You had people that was dancing, nurses and doctors dancing in the hospital as they was purposely giving people ventilators that was, causing them to be deleted. They was dancing in the halls as people was in them hospitals, taking their last breaths, man. So the whole system is corrupted. This place is completely finished. And the only way it's going to get right is when the Lord destroy this place. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. This man is still the devil. He don't care about you, back in the day, Jakes was very superstitious about going to the hospitals because they know that their enemy is in there and they don't care about you. They'll have you on your death. People going there for a stubbed toe or a headache, and you come out in the body bag, man. Jake was real big on that about not going to the hospital and trusting these people. But now, in this new era where people, this all of a sudden they trust their oppressors. I don't understand. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. You got to be pricked with these words, man. So when you think about, the hospital or the doctor, you got to remember these people might, might inject something, might hit you with something, man. I don't trust them. Okay, I don't trust them for shit, man. I probably been in the hospital, for myself personally, probably 2 or 3 times, man. And once when I was born, once to see my son born, and I can't think of any other time. All right, I really can't think of any other time, man. And I'm grateful for that. The water YAHAWASHI for that, man. That that you have your health, because health is wealth. But in order to keep it, you have to take the necessary precautions. Get like I said, get with the herbs, all that stuff. It says verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. That's what you see, your health provider. Oh yeah, this is my health provider. Oh yeah, this is my doctor. Yada yada yada. You start having these problems, and he gonna, can't cancel you out. Go to a different hospital or something. Tell you that you gotta get a new health provider or something. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And this is what they doing. They're undermining people, man. All right. Okay, I'll grab one more. All right, because in these last days, man, best thing you can do is, your own research. Do some research, man, before you and we're in the information age. You got all this knowledge. You could ask any question to YouTube or something and get better answers than you're gonna get from these devils. All right, let me see what else we got. I want to be careful with what I grab too. Let me see.